Our destination?
Closet Cleanout.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip. Today is what this whole week has been leading up to, I feel like, which is...
We took a couple twists and turns, but we made it.
And now we're taking all the knowledge
the main event.
that we've absorbed and learned and going into our closets, where I have pulled out this week everything that even resembles a jewel tone. And Rebecca's still wearing black. So some of us are learning and growing. And some of us are
super happy with where they're
I'm
at.
just really comfortable.
So we did deep dive into really wherever we keep our clothes, whether that's closets, dressers, whatnot. And what do you feel like you did more of, purging or organizing?
So again, I have a slightly different perspective because I purged months ago for the move. So
you did both. You purged as you were packing.
Correct.
Which not everyone does. Some people are like, I'll do it.
I had to.
So you purged and then you organized when you moved in.
Correct. Yes.
What about you?
I would say everything stayed essentially the same. So I did probably more purging. I mean, I have like a dresser that has drawers and then a sliding door with shelves. So the shelf area, it was like you close the door, it looks beautiful. You open it, it was a hot mess. So I did organize that, but nothing changed really than what I normally do. So
yeah, I did significantly more purging than I did organizing. I feel like I actually have to go back for like a part 2 because the purging took me so long. To get into the finer details. I did do some organizing, but I didn't really get into the all my short sleeve shirts and my long sleeve shirts and
I'm also interested to hear how each of us, what organization in your closet means to
what does that mean?
Each of us. What does that mean for you, like an organized closet?
Well, I don't know. Everything's on and like my closet, I just have like already made this really high bar that I could put all my dresses.
Yeah.
So all the long dresses go there. And then if I have like a dressier shirt that I don't want to fold, or I don't know, anything I get that's like a little nicer gets hung up there. And then everything else goes in my dresser. And like I have in my drawers, like it's like really bizarre, but I have like 4 different folded tank tops. I mean, the classic sock drawer, none of my socks are together. It is literally a black hole of socks.
oh boy.
I did clean it out. I cleaned it out though and kind of organized it
but you don't
socks.
wear matching socks, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll like wear, I would say the same type. Like I'm not wearing a
type of sock,
no-show and like
right.
like a crew.
You're not wearing an ankle sock
so it depends on like the weather, all that. But I would say like organized is just like things folded and like I don't know, my jeans are on this one.
Okay.
I wouldn't
so
say
not basic, but basic organization.
Yeah, I don't even have like a folding technique. I just kind of like classic plop it in there.
Okay. Moving on.
I feel like I don't know if I've ever achieved what my like definition of organized would be.
Got it.
I think my definition of organized would be aesthetic.
Okay.
Which I have not achieved, which would be like all the same color hangers and
that would look pretty. I do
and
appreciate
doing
that.
the either like, by type and by color and, that sort of thing. I would say that in general, my closets, it's not like you open my closet and you're like, whoa, an explosion. That doesn't ever happen because the explosions happen outside of my closet in my bedroom. But if it's making it into the closet, everything's hung and, my shoes are all on either shelves or in, hangers or, whatever that is. So it never gets like out of control in the closet. I think it just things maybe get lost because there's so much in the closet. And then it was more, my organization this time came into the like smaller stuff or more seasonal stuff. So this is so stupid, but like I have struggled with sock organization for years, like since going to college, basically.
Okay.
Every dorm room is different, and you're just like stuck with whatever you have. I don't know if I have like an exceptional number of socks. I don't know, but I feel like I have a lot of socks. And for years I had them like all in a hanging bag, but that was kind of obnoxious. Then I had them in like 2 separate drawers where I had like my ankle socks and my other socks. But then it's like but they were like in 2 totally different places.
Yep.
Then I sort of had them in like a bin, but then they were like falling out. So I finally got it together and found a solution that I'm very happy with.
Which is?
I just got them from Target. Again, I really like their bins because I think they're a really good price and good quality for the price. So these are Bright Room. And I had actually gotten them, I have them in our basement for toy storage as well. And they're stackable.
Nice.
And it's kind of the ones that are like more open in the front, and then the sides and back are higher. So I have like 3 of them, so I can still have like my one type of sock, and then the bottom one is I finally have a place to put unmatched socks.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Great.
Because that was just like
They
all
will-
over my dresser.
They will
do they
come
go?
up.
Yeah.
They will come. They will come back around.
No, like I have like probably 20 for 4 of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In there that I have to keep track of. So so now they're all in there, and then every like week or something I take them out, see what pairs I can match.
Okay,
but like
that's
Adorable.
very
there's
nice.
finally a place
There's
for
a
that.
little
So I
home
feel
for them.
so happy. And then there's a couple of things that I actually had one that I hadn't ever unpacked. From moving here.
Oh,
so about
okay.
3 years. But it was just like a lid on it so I could get in there. But that had like scarves and clutches that maybe I'm only wearing to certain events or something like that were just in my closet. So I finally also got like clear drawer bins to put that in. And then I have my camp season every year during the summer where I have t-shirts that I only wear for those 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I was like, I need somewhere better to put this. So those are in a drawer now. So I organized that type of stuff.
Okay.
But I didn't have time to get to the the hangers portion of things.
That's a lot though. It's like a lot of mental figure this out, and then how it all
So I'm very happy with that.
I'm
portion
still
of it.
kind of stuck on the fact that she said she didn't unpack something from 3 years ago.
I was like,
There's-
woo, celebration.
There's a scene in The Incredibles
yes.
where
Elastigirl.
Helen calls Bob at work and goes, "Congratulations, we've officially moved in." And he goes, "That's great, honey. And the last 3 years don't count because we finally unpacked the last box."
Yes.
So I just connected that with Lauren real quick.
There you go.
So for the past, I don't know, since I've had a closet with my husband, so almost 5 years, I have tried so hard to keep everything, because I'm so visual, color coordinated. So from white to every color, it doesn't matter what the clothing item is, just put it all from blues, reds, oranges, greens to black, grays to black.
So you're mixing clothing items.
All of them.
Wow. Okay.
So-
That I can't do.
Okay.
This move has made me evolve into a new version of joy, and no more colors. It's all, and we do have a great closet that the previous owner kind of made custom.
It's beautiful.
Custom shelving and custom areas of the closet for so we basically have 4 big parts and then 1 big part in the middle. So Thomas has half of one part. The rest is mine. But basically, instead of doing all the colors, I've just said, this is athletic, this is work, this is home, this is miscellaneous, and kind of done it that way. And then the middle is sweaters, essentially, pullovers and stuff like that. And my life is anew.
It's a new.
My life has changed.
I'm just a new person.
It is great. And
Now, do you do Thomas's clothes that way, or are you just whatever he does?
he doesn't really have enough of clothes in the closet to do that. He has a whole big dresser that he uses, and I don't use any of the dresser. So because he has mostly basketball shorts, sweatpants, white t-shirts, whatever t-shirts, and then dress shirts and dress pants. So dress shirts and dress pants just go in the closet, up and down. Just dress shirts, dress pants, and some sweaters and cardigans. That's it. So we're very different in the variety of different things that we have.
Okay.
So
Do you have any systematic way, or is it just a way?
So I just will comment one thing about the color coordinated one. So one year after watching the home edit at some point, I was like, I'm going to go in the closet and I'm going to do that as well. Well, I had 3 colors of the rainbow. and I did
you're
not.
wait.
I did not have enough clothing there to it look like anything. I was like, this doesn't look pretty. It was like, it's just up there. So I would say that I have like the sock drawer. You have like the next one is like my t-shirts, and then the other one is like my tank tops. I would say in my dresser is all of that organization. And then I have like one level is all of my like leggings, my athletic, pants. Next one is all jeans and blah, 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 blah. Like, and I try to keep it organized, and it is right now. I guarantee in less than a month, I'm just too tired to fold everything, and I just throw stuff in there, and that's when it gets a mess. So I try to keep at least the shelves like have their own home, almost like your squares. But they don't always stay as nicely organized. But I can shut the door, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the closet stays pretty good. Artie also hangs his jeans. Did we know that?
Oh, Artie.
Yeah, he has...
Not surprised.
All of his jeans are hung.
Okay.
Yeah. He does not want any wrinkly jeans. Yeah. It's, to each his own.
I don't even do that.
If you know, you know.
So his jeans and then his uniform gets like hung up in there for work, and then it's just like my dressier thing. So that's like the organization, I guess. It's based on like the materials. Can I crumple this up and throw it away? It's still good. Yes.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's very.
Do you
Rebecca,
guys
though.
switch out your clothes seasonally?
Yeah. So all of my winter clothes, and then right now all of my spring clothes are still being almost done, shifted over completely into my closet. And then jackets, sweaters, those are all in the bags, are just under the spare bed.
What about
I
you?
don't have enough, so no, it's all out.
Yeah.
Mine is all out.
Yeah, the only thing I do switch is like I have one drawer at the bottom that has like bathing suits during the summer, or like beanies and scarves go in there.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Artie would argue, and he might have a point, that I do have one bin downstairs that literally has just like frisbee clothes.
Frisbee clothes.
Like uniforms.
Well, it's like, yeah, that's normal.
But it's like uniforms and like random Under Armour things like that I just don't use every day. Yeah. So it's just down there, but I've never swapped it out. So it's kind of
just don't like feeling like I don't have easy access to all of my clothes.
Yeah. All of like even like your winter stuff in the dead of summer?
Everything is out. I've never switched things out seasonally.
No.
I like that. I like seeing all of my options.
all of my options.
She said, oh no.
And I feel like there's like a solid month, like 4 weeks in between every season transition where you don't know what you're wearing.
She's speaking the
like
truth.
Right now, there are some days where we're dressing for winter, like putting on our winter coat, and other days where I'm like have a jean jacket on, and like
100%.
What do? You just suffer?
Joy
for those weeks?
just agree with
you're
us.
Like too late. It's already away.
She's right. She's right.
People have commented when I am wearing dresses when I ought not to be, and I just simply say I'm ushering in the spring.
Got it.
I am evoking
even
spring.
Though it's
I am producing spring in what I am putting out there.
I also really can't
yes.
handle being cold.
Yeah.
Like I will sacrifice sometimes how I want to look because I know I'm going to be cold and I can't deal with that.
For me, it is, I joke, but it is funny. I do, I do love fall, winter fashion. So I'm excited to change out my stuff for fall, winter fashion. I just love the way I love sweaters. I love all that. But when I'm so over the cold, like I am now, and so ready for spring, it's more of a mental thing. Like I'm putting this away and I'm bringing my spring. And even if I'm cold, I don't care. It helps me remember we're going, we're getting somewhere, people. Yeah. It's a mental thing, I think, for me.
Okay.
I was surprised at how much I purged because I do go through my closet fairly often. I want to say like quarterly.
Okay.
I will do like a quick edit of my closet and pull things out. I try to like pass things on to other people. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I haven't gone through this in years. So I did not think I was going to have as much as I did to purge. I probably have the most clothes.
Out of the three of us?
Out of the three of us? I mean, definitely you.
Yeah.
You switch yours out, so it's hard to tell. But I have 3 closets.
I think we may equal each other. I think it's... Well, yeah, go ahead. Go talk about your closets.
I have 3 closets, and I have like couple of drawers in a dresser. So I can't imagine like grouping all of my clothes together by color. That would throw me off so much.
Yeah.
So I have
this room to this.
I have like one closet that's all of my dresses and like dress pants and skirts.
Well, I could do that
nice.
because I was switching out my clothes. That's the
Right.
only reason why I could do it.
do that.
Yes.
Okay.
If
but it
I
would
had
just
all
it would just
together.
throw off my like I don't know how I get dressed for the day.
Yeah.
Then I have another closet of like all of shirts, blouses, cardigans, and like jeans and casual pants. And then I have another closet that's just all shelves that has all of my like sweaters and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean it's not a lot, but there was a lot of stuff that I was like, I've definitely been mentally avoiding these things when I do go through my closet edit because they probably don't fit, but I don't really want to address that.
Yeah.
So I was like ripping the Band-Aid off. I just
were like, "Let's
pulled
go."
everything out, had a huge pile on my bed, and I tried on so many things.
You tried them on.
Like like so many things. Probably 2 hours of trying things on.
Yeah. That's commitment.
That's commitment.
Which is exhausting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is like soup to nuts, not like socks and underwear, but this is like t-shirts and dresses and pants and like whatever. But I threw away just over 70 things.
Holy fudge.
Yeah. Which I was like, it doesn't seem like that
Someone would look at that and be like, how do you even have 70 articles of clothing?
But you don't think that you do. And then my husband came and looked at my closet. He's like, did you get rid of anything?
How dare he?
That was the wrong thing to say. Like, I sure did.
I just slammed over
Don't you see that section of empty hangers right there?
Oh, boy.
But I was shocked. Like if I hadn't counted, I would have guessed half that I actually, because you don't feel like you're throwing out that much. I don't feel like I even had that many things. And it only made a very small dent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, how many articles of clothing do I have?
Yeah.
That's a little scary.
Okay.
And I threw away about 10 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
And I still have about 60.
I just want.
But that's everything. That's like flip-flops to rain boots.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. That's
okay.
still. That's
Okay.
Yeah. That's
And
not
if
out-
my shoe size had not changed
flip-flops to
after
galoshes.
That's a
after
good
my second
point.
child, I would have
that is a
had
good point.
at least 25 more pairs of shoes.
So you've gotten rid of all the shoes that don't fit you anymore?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
That's amazing, though.
That is great.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a
She
lot
gets
of
an
it,
applause.
was just stuff that like, this doesn't fit me anymore. It's never going to fit me. And I have to just let that go and be okay with it. It's not like it's super great quality clothing that like, oh, if one day I fit back into this, it'll be worth holding on to.
You're like,
It's
"No,
like,
I can get rid of
this
this."
was $20, you know?
Okay.
But there was one pair of pants that I couldn't part with that I bought in Paris.
different.
I would like to maybe have something made out of them. They're like kind of this like silky material, but I just don't know quite what.
Okay.
That I've been holding on to. And there was one pair of shorts that don't fit me right now, but they're like the perfect pair of shorts that I'm like, maybe I'll fit in these again one day. I'm gonna like hold out hope. And there's some stuff that like, you know, I think I was having this conversation with you guys where like, I can't necessarily say when I open my closet that I love everything in it.
Yeah.
But I still love having options. And sometimes, I can't find stuff that I love, or it's like, you know, to find stuff that I love is way out of my budget. So I settle for things that I'm like, oh, this is okay, but I don't love it. So it's not necessarily like the best reflection of me that I wish it was.
Yeah.
But in thinking about Faith's, you know, analysis for color and body, I'm like, my focus needs to be on like staple basics. That is always what I'm missing. And she like went through, you know, the things like a white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, you know, white button down shirt, like all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that is always the stuff that I don't have. That I wish I had because I want to pair it with something. And I think I'm always looking for it like in a pinch. So I'll buy something cheap.
Yeah, and it's
that
not really
falls apart or is not
In
the
the
best
wash.
fit
Yeah,
or
one time in the
material.
wash, it gets destroyed. Sure.
And I'm like, I have to like really take the time to like find my t-shirt or whatever it is that is gonna work. But it's like, maybe I have to try on 20 black shirts.
I do think it's easier for people like us who are drawn to neutrals, because we're going to invest in those quality items and our eyes are going to be drawn to them faster than someone who's drawn to like bigger, louder stuff. Like I have those items, thankfully, because I got them. I would have got them anyway. Yeah. Right. And I'm not going to, and after you buy 3 of the same thing for $10, you're like, well, that's not worth it, because it gets destroyed in a couple weeks or a couple months. I'm going to get an expensive item, take really good care of it, and I'll have it for the next 5 to 10 years. Like that's what, so that's point being, it's easier for people who are already
drawn to that,
making neutrals a part of their staple every day. So you need to have an intentional like adventure to like a Banana or J. Crew and like get those items that you really like.
Yeah. So that's going to be on my list for this year, is to like focus on those pieces, build that like foundation, because I have the fun stuff. I have the like, you know, you want to throw a fancy party, you want to go to a wedding, like, you know, I have that stuff, but I don't always have the like basics there.
But for Lauren, like maybe she'll never like just like a plain white button down, but maybe there'll be like florals on the lapel or like fun buttons. Like you don't have to get just,
it doesn't have to be plain.
It
doesn't have
plain.
to,
It does. Thank you. It
Our
doesn't have to be
classics
plain
or whatever doesn't have to be your classic. Like you can still make it.
It could be. There
style.
could still be interesting.
And listen, so that was one of the things that your sister mentioned, that every woman should have like a classic white button down, because you can throw it together, you look put together. And on somebody else, I love a plain white button down with jeans and flats. Like I think that looks fantastic. Maybe I just haven't, and I've tried. I have bought white button downs over the years, and there's always something that's not working about it. Like
found the right one.
material's wrong. It's not laying right. It's impossible to iron. Like something is never, where it feels like this is so much work right now.
I think we need to go shopping with Faith, and I think she needs to
I
find
think
us
we
the
would
items.
all be scared a little bit of what we'd be going
I've already done it.
I've
done it, guys. It's not that bad.
It off. She says I have to wear bright cherry or whatever. So
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what?
I'm all for it.
You
Let's
gotta
go,
just dive in.
This is our version of what not to wear.
I am super low maintenance when it comes to clothing. Like I just am. Like I just like the basics and I'm fine. My sister's a freaking image consultant. Like she is scary. Like we are so different when it comes to this. Like my sister could do a vacation of shopping and that's it, and never get tired of it. I'm good for about 2 hours, then I'm like, okay, when are we going? I'm done. Like so we're so different in that regards. The times I have gone shopping with her, she knows you too. So she's like, I have Joy for 2. I have her attention span for 2 hours. We're going to get in, we're going to get out, we're going to be done. So she's not going to take her passion and like force it upon you and be like, no, let's just like linger. Like she has a target that she needs to get, and she's going to get it. So
But I'm like you, actually, surprisingly, where even though I have a very opposite style and taste, I have about a 2-hour limit, and you better get me a Wetzel pretzel if you want me to survive the rest of that day.
Specifically, Auntie Anne's, don't do that garbage. Wetzel pretzel. I like you, Auntie Anne's. I love you.
So I like to do it frequently, but I can't go. Like my mom is like, I call her the Energizer Bunny. She could go for 8 straight hours, and I'm just like lagging behind her.
That's my
like,
mom.
You're young. Where's your energy? And I'm like, I don't know. So
we were in Home Goods the other day. We were in Home Goods, just her and I,
without me.
And she just needs to look
at everything.
And we were in there for me.
I know.
And she still is just like, and I'm like, this is now, even though I can't do that normally, I'm like, this is interesting. This is fascinating. I'm just going to watch her for a little bit. Because and she's like, ooh, that for that. And she's taking pictures of things because she might, I'm like, this is you should be a professional shopper.
I can do that more in a store like Home Goods because there's so many things to look at. Clothing stores, typally, I'm like going in and I do a quick like lap, and either I'm finding something or I'm like on to the next.
Okay,
she's like, let's look at every single aisle one at a time, and I'm like, Mom, come on.
No, that might be our younger attention span too, though, because my mother is exactly like my mother-in-law.
I mean, I have gone Black Friday shopping with my mother since I was like 12.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Incredible. Way back when it was like midnight. I would go for like 12 hours with her. Yeah. She could keep going.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
You don't have any sleep in your body. And I'm the young one. I don't know. She's like, yeah, you just keep going. And I'm like, yeah, mind you, they're different stores.
She's
so
also
we're
walked
driving.
like the Appalachian Trail. So I'm not really
trying it right now. Yeah, so I feel like there's levels. Like I'm like that. If I am looking for something, if I go around there, not there, I'm not wasting my time. Yeah. But if I know that day is spent, like I'm spending the day just trying to shop and find some things leisurely, like for some reason, I'm like, yeah, I can go. Like I'll need my snack, but I could go hours doing that. But if I'm on a mission, my attention span is like very small. I want it. They don't have it. Next. Like I can't spend a lot of time just meandering around.
I'm still waiting for some type of invention where you can look through things and like touch things and still somehow drink your coffee, but still have two hands readily available.
Having now
it's a lot of asks
with a cup holder is so
much better.
Yeah,
the cart with the cup holder.
I was like, Home Goods, TJ Maxx got to get on that.
Yes.
If that's not a thing by like
Joy's not going in
by like 2030, 2026, I'm gonna say by next year, I'm done shopping.
Yeah, we're just gonna, a game changer.
We're just gonna go Amazon forever.
So the two bigger. So the one thing that I had tried a while ago when I went through a closet organization was those, I don't know what the type of hanger is called, but it's like a hanger that kind of keeps going like this and you're supposed to be able to hang multiple pants and skirts on. I don't know if I got the wrong kind, but I hate them. And I'm like I think they're very slippery. They don't have any type of whatever they're called to like keep things on. So I feel like things are constantly like falling off of them. And I just think I don't like when I'm putting things away, I'm not doing it in this like calm, way. It's like I am doing it as fast as possible. And so you have to like put it on in like a very specific way to like layer all of the and different levels.
Not covering another.
Nobody's got time for that.
I think they're not for me, and I need to let go of those.
Nobody's got time for that.
But one like big addition that I made in my one closet. So the one closet that has like all of the shelves, the other side of it, the top is my husband, but then the bottom we weren't really utilizing. It had like one of those low bars, and I'm like, what am I hanging here? I don't really know. So laundry has been a really big thing that I've been trying to like
figure out
in this whole process of decluttering and whatnot. And I realized it's like the perfect height to fit like 4 hanging laundry bags because I think I can do better staying on top of the laundry. However, I know that with our life, I am going to fall behind. There's just going to be times where that happens. Even these last couple of weeks when I was like, I am doing it. I am catching up on the laundry. I am getting control of this. My kids were like, we're going to vomit all over everything. And so just as I thought I was climbing out of this laundry hole, it was like sheets, towels, comforters, pillowcases. And I was like, oh my God. And 3 days later, it happened all over again. And I was like, okay. So that's just real life where that kind of set me behind. And I was like, back in the hole. And then, I've said this in previous episodes where like that's part of the issue with our bedroom is that I might have, baskets of clean laundry or folded laundry or dirty laundry that all just gets shoved in our bedroom because that's the place no one's going to go. So we're having people over.
Close the door, boom.
So I'm like, I need a better place that this can go away and not take up so much real estate in my bedroom.
Yeah.
So now that I have these bags, I'm trying to like develop a system to keep things under control, but also be like, things might get out of control, but I'll still have a space to put them. So yes, I'm again, I think I did this for like my pantry and maybe bathroom stuff that like if I don't leave space for, additional things to be added, it's going to get out of control. So I was like, I have to anticipate that this is going to happen with the laundry. I could do a better job at it and not wait like weeks so that I have mountains of it. But there are just going to be times where I'm like, I have this clean laundry and I don't want it on the floor, but if I can hang it in the closet and then come back to it in 2 days, like that'll make me feel better.
A little bit better.
Just a little bit.
We're on a little journey right now. We didn't need to do any renovation in the house, thank the Lord, but I am only going to invest in one space to kind of renovate, and that's the laundry area. So when that is done, oh man,
It's gonna be beautiful.
new me.
joy.
New you.
New me.
New year, new me.
You.
Yeah, this has been a lot of decluttering of our spaces, of our brains.
So last question, because I want to pull it all together.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about decluttering, and now I got to our closets.
Yeah.
Did going through purging, organizing, whatever, did it leave you wanting to go buy new clothes, or did it leave you wanting to buy less in the future?
This is so unhealthy. What I'm about to say. God.
I would say a gift card started this. I've been on the hunt for like certain jeans, like this whole shift of just fashion. I have felt like I just am not with, or just not even having like good quality jeans. So I've been on the hunt, and I feel like this past week and then 2 weeks, I've been slowly finding a couple things. I don't have it all, but I certainly bought a couple things.
Yeah.
I still feel like I don't have an overwhelming amount though. I actually brought Artie into the room, and I was like, please open this and appreciate what I have done. And he wasn't like, oh my gosh, you have so much things. So I was like, I took that as a, okay, we can fill
Nice.
this.
Good. Thomas definitely would have said that. So yeah.
I was like, okay. Yeah. So I definitely bought some stuff.
I think as opposed to the healthy thing that Lauren did, which is being like, doesn't fit, I'm going to get rid of it. I was like, we'll do whatever we have to do to make this fit. Cause I have no more money, period. I have no more money.
Period.
I have no money to like go and just like buy a bunch of stuff that I want. It's like, I do have a lot of clothes that are still in good shape, good quality, that don't, it's also the end of summer. So I'm coming out of hibernation, but like, I'm ready to like
End of winter.
what did I say? End of
Summer.
summer? I'm sorry.
I was like,
We're not that far ahead yet. I'm sorry.
We're not there.
It's end of winter, so I'm coming out of hibernation. So the weather's getting warm. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna go walking, and those things that I know that just like don't feel great are going to feel. I'm going to make them feel good, so I don't have to go out or feel like I have to go out and buy more stuff. Like we will, we will get back to that.
I feel like the experience definitely has made me want to be more selective. I think rather than just shopping to shop because I get that dopamine hit because I like it, to say like, I'm not just going to buy X because it stood out to me in the store, but like, let me go in with an intention. That way I feel like I'm really adding something, and to not do so much settling. Like if I don't love this, like, just wait. It's not like I'm going to go naked. Like I have plenty in my closet.
As much as Miles would love that.
I could wear. So that I should be a little like, you know, I don't have to go home with something just because I spent the time.
Yeah.
And I'm warming up to the idea of investing in some things, because I think, I don't think we talked about this, but one of the things your sister was talking about in either the color analysis or the body image for you was like, oh, you're going to Europe. Like the first thing I would do is buy like a super versatile like cashmere wrap or scarf or something like that. And, you know, she made a great point, which I've thought of in the past. Like, you know, yeah, if it's like $200, that might at first seem like, whoa, but if you're going to be wearing it X number of times a year because you can wear it as a wrap on the plane and after dinner and yada, 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 then it feels worthwhile. Whereas like in the past, if I see anything that says cashmere, I'm like, next. I'm just like moving on. I'm like, I'm not even stopping to consider it.
Worth for wear? Is that what she said? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm at that age where I should be starting to think a little bit differently.
Well, and because you don't plan on having any more kids, so like that area too of like having things like all over you and like that, you're coming out of that too. So this is the time to like invest, right, in those good staple items. Yeah. Lots
so much.
I know. I'm really excited to go shopping for Europe for those little things. I'm excited.
Yes.
I do think we need to go with Faith though. I do think Rebecca needs to. Yep. She just needs to do it. Laura needs to wear the shoulder pads. Yeah. So we are almost done with this week. What is the theme overall of this week? What would we call it?
We're closets and clothes.
Closets and clothes.
Closets and clothes.
C&C.
Love that.
C&C. Closets and clothes. Stick with us for one more day tomorrow. Come on, we're almost there, people. We're almost at Friday. You can do it. You can do it. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. It goes a long way. And don't forget to enjoy the view wherever your ride takes you.